didn't either. What's up, everybody? Brian from Make Mine Marvel Legends, and welcome to This Week in Geek. I am joined, as always, by my man, Papa Grogu, Danny, and...
Ed.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can't.
Oh, he's gone. He'll be back, and joining us shortly will be the Cadularian. Cadularian.
Yeah,
Yes,
I gave him another nickname, which I can't say out loud right now, so we'll say it at the end.
We're not going to do that one. We're going to stick away from that one, my friend.
I guess he told
he's
you.
having his normal technical difficulties. Nothing new. I apologize for running late, folks. I literally just got back from my kid's baseball game, and I had to run over here. What is going on here? Why is it giving me... Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So joining us, as always... the Cadularian. Did we see Cadularian?
Yeah.
Cadularian. It's been a day. But yes, and you can find him on Instagram at cocaine718, and you can find Danny on Instagram and YouTube at Papa Gucci's. All right, so happy Revenge of the 5th, everybody. Hold on a second, I've got to fix. Oh, sorry, it's just outside, and my hoodie is messing with my hat. So, anyway, how's everybody tonight? How we all doing?
Pretty good.
We are 17 days away.
Yes, we are.
The Mandalorian and Grogu. Very excited. I heard a new trailer dropped. Is that correct?
I actually didn't see that. Did it? No, you know what, man? I came home from work and I just kind of knocked out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I that's what I'm hearing through the internet buzz, but who knows? I could be wrong. But yeah, and tonight I believe is the last episode of Daredevil Born Again, which apparently ain't been doing too well in the ratings. So,
well, the boys hasn't also been doing very well neither.
Yeah, well, I feel like there was too much time in between the boys, so a lot of people just kind of fell off. But you could say the same about Invincible, and Invincible is doing well. So, or I should say, did well.
They learned their lesson from between the first and second season. Now they've been releasing it almost about every year. The problem is because it's been on a yearly release schedule, the animation's kind of been shit for the later seasons.
Really?
Yeah. Look at this last season. A lot of people are comparing it to season 3 of One Punch Man. But again,
you guys are more eagle-eye viewers than I am because I have not noticed.
We'll save that for next week, I guess.
Yes, we will.
So sorry to interrupt. Hasbro had a live stream over the week since we were last on. There's a lot of new interesting things coming out. Overall, how are we feeling about the hype with the Mandalorian Grogu coming out? What are we thinking so far?
I don't know, man. You know what? I like after the last season of Mandalorian, which was essentially the Bo-Katan show. I'm glad they're shifting the focus to Mando and Grogu, but it's just like, I don't know. In my opinion, I think it might be just too late.
Really? You think it jumped the shark?
I think so, at least from my perspective.
Yeah,
right, well, you're a big fan of the Mandalorian and Grogu. I mean, as characters. So what's your feelings?
I can't disagree with the man. It's very hard. It's just I'm hoping it's good, right? But we all hope whatever comes out is good. But as far as I'm concerned, it's like I'm not feeling it. I've been hearing, they're going back to the space western type of thing, like season 1, and I hope that that helps them. But I mean, it may be a little too late. It's like I was thinking about the whole Grogu mania or Baby Yoda mania as we knew it at the time. That's dead and gone. I don't see that coming back, like, ever.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was phenomenal for when it dropped and when it was, first revealed and into season 2. But I think they played it, like you guys are saying, they played it to death. And, something that Guardians of the Galaxy did not do you know, you had your baby Groot, then you had your, you know, toddler Groot basically, then you had your teenage Groot, and then you had your, I don't know, I guess you'd say your mid 20s,
Young
mid
adult.
30s. Yeah, well,
Right.
like, yeah, young adult, there you go. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't think of that, but no, but you had him through stages, so you weren't just stuck in the baby Groot realm like we've been stuck in the baby Grogu. I mean, obviously, if he's 50 years old and still a baby, obviously he's not going to grow a lot in, you know, the 5-6 years it's supposed to span of Mandalorian. So I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I feel like they should have ended it, you know, where he went off with Luke in season 2, and they should have just done season 3 without him. And then it would be more exciting for people to have this movie where they like come back together or something. And maybe now he's trained as a Jedi, or, you know, spent more time training as a Jedi. Something happens and he comes back. I don't know. But I listen, in this world with so many people having their own opinions, I'm just going to make my own opinion once I see it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm excited to have Star Wars back on the big screen. I think Maul has been phenomenal. I've
Yes,
really
it
enjoyed
has.
it.
Loved it.
Patrick, you like to shit on things, so you tell me. What have you thought of Maul? Have you watched it?
He has not watched it.
I've not watched it, but I've seen clips here and there. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the animation style, but then
See, I love the animation style.
but that it kind of reminds me of the like early Clone Wars.
It's definitely a mix. It's kind of like a mix between Rebels and the early Clone Wars, where they were much more
animation
like
style, and I wasn't a
they
big
had more
fan.
of that cut in their faces, where everything was more had like
Rigid.
the more defined, yeah, rigid shape to it. Yeah, for sure.
So it's like I'm like, I don't know, man. I honestly I've been hesitating watching it because it's like Maul is probably next to Vader is probably my favorite Sith ever since Phantom Menace. To me, he was the best part of the movie.
Of course, I
But
think for everybody, it was the best part of the movie.
but
Yep.
then it's like looking at it's like, okay, so they literally turned him from a Sith to a gangster. I always hated that. I felt like that was annoying.
I mean,
It's
you
like,
got to put him somewhere. So,
yeah, but the thing is, maybe you didn't. Maybe
but
you
that's the whole thing. He's no longer a part of the Sith, and you know he's not City of Sky anymore. So, what's the next best thing in land of Star Wars? What do you have? You have the Empire, and you have gangsters. You have like the Hutts.
the underworld. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get.
So,
But the thing is, we done that to death with Boba Fett. So it's like didn't work with Book of Boba. So
Book of Boba Fett, and I mean that it had so much promise and just continued to go down the shithole.
The only
I mean,
saving grace from it, honestly, was the Mandalorian part.
the Mandalorian part, and I enjoyed the Rancor part where it was like, you know, you're riding a Rancor kind of thing.
yeah,
That was
but
cool. But
Mandalorian
it had its moments, but I think it pushed too hard in too many different places.
Mandalorian was in it for a good chunk. Mandalorian, why do you think people call it Mandalorian season 2.5? Like, he was in it for most of it, and that was the problem. The problem was why.
But he did come to play
here?
a part. I mean, we all knew he was going to come back in it, and you know, because Boba Fett was in his thing, so you could say it was Book of Boba Fett, you know, 0.5. You know, in season 2. I mean, it's
no. Apples to fucking oranges because he was in it for 1 to 2 episodes at best. This motherfucker was in it for fucking half of it, man. So come on.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Well,
he was
that's
in it for
why
a
I
good
think,
fucking chunk.
honestly,
It was
it's
his
why
chunk.
I think they screwed up with the whole Mandalorian thing, because originally they called it the Mandalorian. I feel like it would have been better if they had just made it like Mandalorians, and it had been different stories of different Mandalorians. Because if we had ended, you know, Din Djarin's thing after, you know, season 2 and gone to a different Mandalorian, maybe it was all about Bo-Katan or whatever, and maybe Din Djarin shows up for an episode, whatever, just to get that little, you know, oh, they put him in.
You know what?
Or
It still
Boba
would have
Fett
failed.
in it a little bit. At least it's more about just Mandalorians and not just the Mandalorian.
Yeah, well, the problem with that is Mandalorian and Grogu were popular. So the problem is, it's like, oh, how do we keep this fresh and keep it going? In their head, they're like, oh, we'll just throw in other Mandalorians. Nobody will notice, but people fucking noticed. So it's like it would like my point is it's like I get what they were trying to do with it, and they were trying to build a universe with like Mandalorians. But the thing is, like, honestly, an anthology show would not have worked. Like, again, you could have given, like, Book of Boba Fett could have worked had they literally kept Mando to at least 1 to 2 episodes, or at least a cameo.
Yeah, that's
So,
fair.
or at least for the season finale or the series finale or whatever, have Mando come in as a guest star. But after that, and then the whole Bo-Katan thing was like, oh, you need to do your duty to Mandalore and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, bitch, you could have got your own fucking show to do all of that instead of fucking butting into the fucking Mandalorian. But everybody knows a Bo-Katan fucking led show ain't gonna fucking work. So what do? Oh, we'll just lump her in with Mando. Nobody will notice. Guess the fuck what? People noticed. So
I mean, he's
it
not
brings us
wrong.
to this Mandalorian movie. Oh, we're going to go back to its roots. We're going to go back to what made the show popular. Like, all right, great. But don't you think you should have done that during season fucking 3?
Exactly. Honestly, there's like
Hey,
one episode out of season 3 that I love the most. I mean, I still enjoy it for the most part, but
like
honestly, there's
the
only like one
Bo-Katan parts,
episode.
the Bo-Katan parts were fucking boring.
Oh god, and let's not talk about the episode with our two celebrity guests. Not even gonna name them.
You mean the
What, you didn't
rascal?
like Lizzo?
Huh?
You didn't like Lizzo?
No.
Oh,
Jack
Lizzo!
Black?
Yeah. Nope.
Are we mad that I said it?
No. I'm not
No.
mad at you. You said it.
I ain't gonna lie though. I was like, I'm such an asshole. I was like, yo,
Here we
it's
go.
Mandalorian 600-pound life, yo.
What the fuck?
You're crazy. You're crazy.
All we need is just for fucking like all we had to wait for is just the Lizzo to throw a rap while eating a wrap with lots of bacon and cheddar.
This freaking guy.
What?
I am trying to get us canceled today. Yes, I know.
Apparently.
Yeah. Quick pickups.
Yeah,
I got
let's.
two.
We jumped right into Star Wars. We skipped over our pickup. So who would like to go first?
I'll go first. Got my stuff right here. All right, since it is Revenge of the Fifth. Again, the Throne Emperor.
Nice.
That was
Ooh,
actually on sale. Huh?
Where was that on sale?
Amazon, $25.
It's an Amazon exclusive. You
Did it sell out?
forget?
I don't know. Well, it was only good for like 24 hours, so I know for a fact the
Oh,
sale's
thanks for
over.
sharing
They
with
all
your friend.
likely ended by now.
Yeah, I missed
Yeah.
that one and the C3, the Chewbacca with C3 broken apart C3PO back when those came out, and I've never been able to find them at a good price.
Got it, and then got this one.
Oh, was that on Amazon too?
Yes, it's Amazon exclusive.
I thought it was a Walmart exclusive.
That
No,
was Amazon.
Amazon.
Is it sold out too?
Oh yeah,
That's-
currently unavailable.
Yeah.
Is it available?
Need one?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to order one.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
did
yeah.
you like actually need one?
Yeah.
Because I originally pre-ordered 2, but I was gonna cancel the other one when it charged, or before it charged.
Well, eventually you're gonna have to send me a giant box.
Yeah, I know.
I
have to
got to send him a giant box too.
And I'm
or
gonna
in
probably have to
pieces.
send you a giant box too.
So all right, I'll grab it for you.
Cool. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
You got a whole bunch of goodies for me.
Mhm.
yeah. Should see all the stuff I have for him.
This is the love of the game, boys. All right, so is that those are your two pickups?
Those are my two pickups.
Those are solid pickups. I'm very jealous. No, really, I've wanted that Emperor on the throne forever, and yeah, those are one of the two Star Wars Black Series that I'm really pissed I never found.
So I guess my turn now. So I got this fella, Lizard. I
So what do you
swapped the
feel
heads for the
compared
open. Huh?
What do you feel about the comparison? What do you feel about the comparison to the old one that's using basically the same buck but has a different McFarlane style head?
Yeah, so essentially, I feel like overall, this figure, I was never a fan of this buck, to be honest with you.
It was too loose on mine, but
Yeah, like the legs alone, like the toe joints and all this other shit alone is kind of like loose, and I feel like the way they designed the tail kind of sucks.
did they change the tail, or is it still that shitty tail? It's still the shitty tail.
It's still the same shitty tail.
Yeah, I hate that fucking tail.
So
I don't know why they didn't just bend it
like
weird.
for the most part, like seeing it, it's just like, you know what? I'm glad they gave us the McFarlane style head.
Yeah, for sure. I love that McFarlane style head for sure.
So it works out for him. But overall, I kind of feel like this figure was very, very much a miss. Like, I would have liked him to be on a bigger body buck, like
Really?
similar to like I would have liked if they did it on the Venom buck, the Walmart Venom
Really?
buck, the animated one.
Really?
Well, it's bigger in
I think the buck size is great. My problem is the tail, and the fact that at least my Build-A-Figure one and several of the other Build-A-Figures that I've like picked up at shows and stuff to look at, they're all very loose.
Yeah. No, it's definitely
because I love the colors on the new one. I love the new head sculpt. Now, did he come with that same Venom spittle thing that you can put in his mouth? Like
no, he didn't come.
No,
he didn't,
I saw somebody do that online, and it looked great on him.
Yeah, somebody
They
did
didn't
do
know
that,
if it
but they
came with
took
him
that
or
from the Gamerverse Venom. That's where
Venom,
that
yeah.
came
Yeah,
from.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's what I was asking because I saw it online. I saw somebody post pictures of it, and I thought it looked great. I was like, oh, I hope he comes with that because that's awesome.
No,
And
they
then,
call it, somebody was calling it the Hawk 2 effects.
Like it.
And then the next thing I got is Invincible Versus.
Nice.
It comes with this steel book, and one side is Invincible, the other side is Omni-Man. It also comes with
the artwork on that is pretty sick.
Yeah, and it also comes like this is the Amazon exclusive version, so it comes with this pack of cards that is exclusive to it, on top of the year one pass, and it also comes with, say, if you remove the slip cover, this is the main cover of it, and you have this one. But on top of that, it also comes with a comic.
Wow.
See, they even give you a little bag and board.
That's impressive.
And then they give you these Invincible cards. They're not like trading cards, but they're just like promo cards. And then they give you another card with signatures of everybody who worked on the game.
Wow, that's a lot.
I'm starting to think right now. I don't get the point of them putting these card things in these games. I don't see why.
What card things?
The cards in the game, just in general. Like even Cosmic Invasion has them. You know.
The trading cards. Again, they want you to feel the nostalgia. They want you to feel the nostalgia of these type of games. Because remember, like I told you guys, when I played it over the weekend, my initial thoughts of this game is pretty much if Killer Instinct and Marvel vs. Capcom had a baby, it would be Invincible Versus. So, and they put these cards in because again, they want you to feel the nostalgia of like having these cards from like back in the 90s.
Makes sense.
So that's.
I mean, I'm kind of with Danny. It's like, well, you're buying a video game. Why would you want cards? But I get what you're saying about it.
Yeah, because again, who wouldn't want to look at their trading cards while playing fucking video games? Again,
Yeah.
I've done it. All kinds of people have done it, especially during their childhood. So why not? And then lastly, I got this on sale at on Amazon.
Nice.
This is the newer Mega Man, the Wave 3 one with the unhelmeted head, which I kind of feel like it's nice because it kind of resembles Mega Man Volt Nut from Mega Man Legends. So if you really wanted to, you could pass this off as that.
I don't know. I just want that one because it gives you the helmeted and unhelmeted version. So it's like I don't need to buy the old one now. I can just get that one.
Yeah, I figured this one is far better to
Is
get.
it more expensive than the other one?
I also have the first one.
Well, yeah, but is it more expensive than the original one, or is it the same price?
No, they're about the same price.
They're both the same price. Wow. Impressive. Most impressive.
But that's Jada for you. Doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work.
Oh, also,
all right.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not done. Sorry. I got this guy. The greatest hits last time is now Cena. This one, when it first came out, this one was hard to get. I was glad they re-released it. So, great.
Nice.
And then this is, I got to do some McFarlane. Bloodwind from Justice League. It's essentially Martian Manhunter in disguise. But this was kind of like his 90s outfit. I really like the look of it. It kind of has that Doctor Strange kind of feel to it. Or Brother Voodoo.
I can see that.
And then lastly, and this is kind of a rant, I got this fucker.
Is that the basic one?
No, sir. This is the deluxe articulation version. And let me show you how deluxe this fucker is.
Is it Chronicles?
Chronicles, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Look how. Woo! Look
That's
at that
terrible.
motherfucker. Shake his ass.
That's the one you did the picture with?
Yeah. Shake your ass.
Terrible.
Watch yourself. Show me what you're working with.
You should seriously get another one and see if it's as bad. Because that looks like
I did, but I didn't open it yet.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, they're all that bad. That's gonna be oh god. With
Wait,
how
so
much
that's Chronicles or is that the movie?
That's the Chronicles.
It's the Chronicles movie version.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because Mattel basically makes 8 different lines for everything they do now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. This line has fucking great potential.
For sure. I don't like that they jumped the price up by $6,
but the problem with it is if this is indicative of what we have to look forward to, and mind you, this isn't the only figure. The Triclops also has QC issues on the eye part apparently.
Yeah, everybody's saying that the eye visor doesn't turn. Yeah, it's like glued down. Pixel Dan reported that. So did Mad Hatter. Basically, anybody I've watched on a review of it has been like, "Yeah, this doesn't turn." And for a $26 figure, it should turn.
Oh, for sure. So, again, it was disappointing, but again, I did it. I mentioned all these things in my review, but funny thing is, I went to go
put up a review.
Well, I posted a review, not on my Instagram.
Oh, I thought you made like a review.
No. But yeah, I did a written review on it on Instagram. So with my photo, but that's the thing with this line. It's like if this is indicative of the QC issues we're going to be finding, I don't have much faith in their DC line already, and that's saying a lot.
Well, it scares me. It scares me that these are $26.99. That kind of scares me that the DC figures are going to be that much. But I mean, that's how much a Marvel Legends is. So whatever.
But here's the crazy part about these figures. What they did with the thigh swivel here is very interesting. So So this has drop down hips, but the crazy thing is the range of motion. You get a lot more range of motion with it compared to Star Wars. Because look, like I already, like I'm already able to do like a flying kick with him without a thigh cut.
And it's actually holding though, but you're saying he's super loose.
It is. It's loose, very loose at the drop down hips. Because you see,
Yeah.
this is the drop down hips. I
But
have
if you
the
pop
hips fully down.
but if you pop it back up, does he hold well? Is that just because of the drop down hips?
Well, these drop down hips are executed very poorly.
All right. Well, let's see how he looks once you push him back in.
Okay, I pushed him in.
And they pop right back out. Okay.
It doesn't hold. These things are poorly executed like the Lightning Collection.
I'll have to go watch Geek Dad Lives and see if he says anything about that because I have not heard of that
Not
yet.
because you guess the fuck what? None of these fuckers are gonna fucking mention it because they got their shit from free from fucking Hasbro from Cinema.
That's not true. That's not true. Geek Dad Life. The reason I like Geek Dad Life is he tells it like it is.
I guarantee you.
Jay has many times said that they did not execute something well. He has many times.
I bet you $5 he glazes over the fucking drop down hips.
I'm not betting anything because I haven't seen it, so I have no idea.
Because every review I watched, every fucking review I watched on this motherfucker, nobody fucking mentioned it.
Okay, so again, but you're saying all this without opening up your second one and seeing if it's a problem with the second one. It could just be a QCS with one figure.
I spoke to other collectors who are not fucking reviewers who have this fucking figure, and they say, yeah, I have the same problem. For some, the degrees of how fucked up that shit is are differentiate. One person I talked to said, yeah, it's fucking loose, but it's not as bad as yours. Another guy was like, fuck, yours is not that bad compared to mine. And then I talked to another guy where he was like, yeah, I see it. I have the problem, but very, very, very minimal. So again, your mileage will vary depending on the person.
Well, again, so it's hard for me to sit there and be like, oh yeah, well, he'll tell you if it is, because his might not be that way. I mean, listen, did Pixel Dan not point out the fact that the Triclops visor doesn't move and that it's glued on?
But Pixel Dan did not mention anything about the fucking He-Man having the loose drop-down hips.
I haven't watched that review yet. I've only watched the Triclops one.
I watched it. He didn't mention it.
He didn't mention it. Toy Shiz didn't mention it. Fucking
maybe they don't have it though. You just got done saying that you got 4 different opinions on it.
But
again, I'm not
but here's the thing.
The bus when I haven't watched the review.
Hold the fuck up. The point is, everybody had the fucking issue. So you're gonna sit there and tell me
in one degree or another. That's like, I mean, listen, I've had great Big Macs and I've had shit Big Macs. It doesn't mean they're all shit. It doesn't mean they're all great.
Yeah, but you're missing the point.
I'm not missing the point. I'm telling you, I'm not passing.
It's going way past your fucking head. I'm telling you, the problem exists in all the figures. The problem is, like I said, miles may vary because I guarantee you, nobody's fucking figure does not have that issue. And these guys are not going to mention it because they don't want to fucking get fucked in the ass by Mattel. Let's just fucking say what it is.
I don't see it that way because I've seen them.
That's why you and I's opinions never did.
I've been watching Geeked Out Life since 2020, and I've seen him many times point out problems with things that have made me go, "Oh shit, I ain't gonna get that." Or I will test out one that I find loose and see if it's got the issue, and if it does, then I won't get it.
You know what?
I don't use these things as an end all be all. I use it as like an advisory on what to look out for.
But I guarantee you, he's not going to fucking mention it.
Okay, fair enough. Then I will bring it to him.
You've even said it yourself. The man shills for Mattel.
Yes, he is. No. He is paid. Listen, he is, as he puts it, a shill for. He puts it as for Mattel, but he himself does not try to be a shill. He tells it like it is. Mattel knows it too. That's what they want. They don't want you to fucking lie. I mean, listen, these guys are those guys because they have the most viewers. That's who they are. Because the most people watch them. If they were all shills and everyone thought they suck, people would stop watching them.
All right. Well, you know what? I got the motherfucker right there. You want me to open? Shall we open this shit live?
If you want to, you can open it live. We're already wasting 20 minutes on it.
Well, you know
listen,
what?
Listen, I'm not arguing with you to argue with you. I'm saying there is a possibility that yours is just that bad, that it could be a one QC issue. It could be a whole batch of them. I don't know. I didn't get the figure. You're the one with the second one saying they all suck, but you already got a second one that you didn't open. And then you're saying everybody else is
saying it sucks because other people I've talked to had the issue.
They had an issue to one degree or another. Doesn't mean that they're all as loose as yours. Doesn't mean they're better than yours or worse than yours. They've had an issue. Yes, it's an issue, but to what degree? Listen, if I picked up this Wolverine and did this, I can make it look like it's all wobbly, but it's not. It's moving because I'm moving it fast back and forth. Okay? It doesn't mean that everybody's as bad. I could pick up another one and it could be really bad, and I'd be like, okay, it's a QC issue with that one particular figure.
I'd say go grab it right now, do the thing, and we can move on.
Okay.
Just do it right now. Just do it quick. Quick minute.
Here you go.
Danny ain't putting up with our shit.
Look at that. Here you go.
Okay, and that's a fair thing. Listen, I appreciate, you're like arguing with me, but I appreciate the fact that you said something about it, because this is not something I've heard from anybody else. And they're not just, all of them are not
because
just shills.
They're not fucking talking about it.
But dude, if they're not all shills for Mattel, then that's not going to be, why would it be an issue? Again, I haven't seen anybody else's reviews who don't get their stuff free from, I mean, there was a lot of people who went to CinemaCon that were invited by Mattel, and they all got the shit for free, but I haven't. Listen, Geek Dad Jay said he didn't like the Spike Ore. Does that sound like a shill to you? Again, I'm not trying to sit here and defend the guy, but you're calling him something he's not.
Well,
all right. How about this? Is that the last of your pickups?
Yes.
All right. While you open up your new one and open it up gently so that you can bring back the other one if it's a problem, would you like me to start doing mine?
Sure.
All right. This is a happy event now. All right. So this one here, finally got this one at $8. Speaking of Motu and Mattel, $8 on clearance, which means I also got the other one for $8 on clearance. These are finally down.
Talk about the Scareglow.
The Scareglow and the Optimus Prime. And those have been being dropped down to 8 at most of the targets that I've been to. This one I got for $11.49. This is the one I had mentioned to Kadri last week about with the green jumpsuit thingy. It's Mr. Perfect. He's a classic one for me. After just saying I missed him and I thought I was probably shit out of luck for finding him, I finally found him for $12.49. Hypno Hustler. So now all I need is the owl.
Yeah, I have owl for you.
I know. And then here's a fun one. The faceplate popped off, so I don't know if that's maybe why this one stayed on the shelves, but $13.49.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, and the faceplate popped off, but it's supposed to pop off, so no big deal. So now I have 3 of these, and I haven't spent over 20. I spent 22 on one of them, but never spent $40 on a single one of them. And again, do we really need the giant scorpion? It's fun, but no. But now I have 3 giant scorpions, so whatever. But yeah, those are my pickups. I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
Fun clearance day. But I don't know if you guys saw. Danny, do you collect G.I. Joe Classified at all?
I just have a few figures, but I'm not really into G.I. Joe.
Okay. Kadri, maybe, well, you don't have Ross near you, so it doesn't really. But for those of you watching who might be interested, there were some posts today about people finding the missile sentry thing with the Techno Viper that you could attach to your Hiss or your Stinger or whatever, you know, like with the 3 missiles. that was originally like $75 or $80 on Pulse. It's $35 at Ross if you can find one. Also, they've been getting in a lot of old stock. So
this is the new one.
okay.
So far, the drop down hips on this one are not as loose.
Now, was it as loose when you first pulled it out with the first one?
It was loose out the box.
Okay, so that's a start.
So
do the shaking thing and see it. You can normally. Yeah,
Look,
it's not as bad.
it's
No,
not
it's
as
not.
bad.
It's not bad at all. It's
Pop.
just shaking because he's moving it.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
No,
But
it's
the other one
clear
you
to
could
see on the
tell.
other one. The other one, it looks like he's a fucking dancing machine. I get that.
Yeah, like look, dude,
Look
it's
at
like
that.
fucking.
Listen, when you go like this, it's hard to not make it look like it's moving because it's gonna move anyway. But when you go like this and it's like shaking uncontrollably, I totally understand what you're saying.
I mean, I don't know because I'm moving this Luke figure. You can't even.
Dude, this
Like,
Wolverine
look,
is.
if I move it slowly,
He's not
What are we
moving.
even doing? I'm gonna stop.
Look, if I move it slowly.
But this one you can tell is completely loose, no doubt about it.
But look, I move this one, doesn't even pop.
QC issues.
Thank you.
So I'm just. But that's the thing. But this one, like, it feels slightly like it feels a lot
So
more
my
solid
next thing
compared
to you
to this
would
one.
be my next thing to you would be try posing it a few times and moving the legs around and see after you do that if the legs get loose again. If that's it, then it is a problem with the way the figure's built. They're probably trying to do the drop down hips like Marvel does, and or with Marvel Legends, and they're probably not executing well. Have they now, Casual? You collect a lot of wrestlers. Do they do drop down hips with any of the wrestlers? Because I never really paid attention.
They do,
Okay.
but they're very solid. That's
okay. So again,
but they do it a lot on the Ultimates.
I guarantee you they're not spending more money on it because it's an Ultimate. An Ultimate's just more because it comes with more shit.
Well, it also has more articulation.
Okay, but they're not spending more money on their articulation of the hips if it's something they already have, is my point. Like, it's not like they're giving it a higher, level of plastic or something. To me, it's just more bullshit. And okay, maybe they have some more joints than the others.
Yeah. But
he's still so mad about Kith.
What happened?
You're still so mad about Kith.
Yes. I will
how much
are
those figures going for now?
Dude, man. I don't even know. I don't even know how I don't even want to fucking respond to that right now. That's how mad I am.
Still?
Yes. I hold grudges. I'm a Virgo.
Not as much as I do. And I'm a Pisces.
You're just a petty fucking piece of shit. That's what you are. Papa Goat Cheese.
Well, here we go. Excuse me, it's Papa Grogu.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's Papa Grogu.
Yeah.
And then he wonders why I bask in his misery when I begin to mess with him.
You just bask in people's misery in general. Fuck.
But anyways, let's move on. Okay, so what are we doing first?
Love my friends and enjoy my toys. That's all I want to do.
Are we doing the Vader comparisons or our most favorite Star Wars figure?
Why don't we go with the favorite Star Wars figure? I'm trying to calm down.
Okay, Brian, you go first. I was not prepared for this. I must have missed the whatever thing you guys talked about while I was at a baseball game. Was this today that we talked about this part?
No, I put it in the agenda.
Yeah, I even wrote some things down.
All right, well then, Danny, you started off, and I will go get my favorite while you do that. So you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll take my camera down for a minute, and then.
Okay. Shall I start?
When he brings his camera back, it's gonna mute. I'm gonna have to leave and come back again.
That's right.
And it already fucking happened.
You can't hear me, huh?
Great.
So okay, well, whatever. For the podcast, I have chosen. Oh well, he's back. He can't hear you.
You can't hear again?
No, because you jumped out of the stream.
All right, he'll be back.
Man, give him a minute for it. I was about to start, and you came back.
I mean, this guy with this New York City internet bullshit. Oh, he's back. Stop talking about it.
Yeah, I had to leave and go back because you decided to turn off your camera.
Well, I didn't realize your shitty ass internet service from your shitty ass phone is gonna.
Oh, first of all, let me just say before we start this, because we have not said anything. Jeff, Barry, Revenge of the Fifth, Miss, as he said. So that's Hefe right there. And this stream brought to you by Turbo Toys.
Well, it's about time. Look at
And
this.
also,
I think
our
I
brand-
lost.
our-
I think I lost my job as like head showrunner here. I think Danny's just taking my spot. He's doing the spots for us. He's doing everything, and he's got exciting news for us later in the show too. From what I hear that I have not been told about.
Oh, wait. No, oh,
But
yeah. And then brand new
we will
sponsor.
get to that. We will get to
Brand
that.
new sponsor. Mr.
Yeah.
Wayne's Pop Cultures and
I
Collectibles.
said we were going to
Located
get to
in
that, but apparently
Westmont,
I'm not the
Illinois.
showrunner anymore.
Don't hate.
Oh, what happened,
Don't
Boo
hate.
Boo? You mad you're getting replaced?
No, I had something planned, but it's blown to shit now. All right.
Just
What?
like my life in general.
Yep. Well. Anyway, no, Danny, I'm just giving you shit. But anyway, no, so I was gonna do a word from our sponsor, but we got all blurbed into He-Man and shilling and listen, I don't hold anything to anybody. I mean, I hold a place, you know, in my YouTube watching to Geek That Life, but I call a spade, and you know, if that's even a proper thing to say these days, I don't know, but I don't mean it in any kind of shitty way. But if it does come that way, I'm sorry. But no, I just call it how it is, and I watch the guy regularly, and I don't always agree with him. But one thing I don't agree with is when people call him a shill. So yes, I took it a little personally.
Well,
anyway.
you're gonna have to take it personally very often.
Okay. So anyway, moving on. I'm ready with my figure. What are we doing here with this? So why don't you, Danny? Why don't you start since?
Okay. Well, this comes as no surprise to anybody, but the Mafex 2.0 Mandalorian is my personal favorite. Definitely one of the best. I'd say probably it's the closest we have to like maybe the most perfect Mando that's out there. The closest. It's not 100%. You know, it still has its flaws. Definitely. One of the things that drives me crazy, of course, you can't even attach the rifle correctly. I've had to use a twisty tie just to get the rifle in place, even though it comes with a piece that quote unquote holds it down. But everyone's dealt with that, you know. I'd say it's pretty close to the Beskar look. You know, pretty close. I wouldn't say it's show accurate, but it's pretty good. Helmet proportions, you know, they just feel right. The wired cape, oh my god, 100%. If I would have picked the Glavis Ring World, but the wired cape is definitely what makes it one of the best accessories. They're really good. You know, dark saber, unmasked head. I think it's probably the best unmasked head we have at Dinjarin. You get more than one Grogu. You know, you get the little Grogu in the little backpack, and you get the little regular Grogu right here.
Is it articulated, little regular Grogu?
Just like the arms a little bit. That's it, and the head. Wait, not
Yeah,
even.
but
Yeah,
most Grogu, most
Grogu's there's not. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of articulation.
Yeah, but most Grogu's that aren't a separate release aren't really like articulated very much.
Usually, the head usually moves, but the arms are usually depends on.
Yeah. You know, with all those accessories and all those effects it comes with, I mean, you can come up with some great scenes where like the toy photography and things like that. And you know, for as far as like articulation goes, that we were talking about, but for the Mando and not the Grogu, I mean, if you can't get a dynamic pose out of a Mandalorian figure, then what are we even doing here?
No, I mean I loved your pose that you did on your IG account.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
No, I did. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the hand posing thing, but I mean, it looked great.
Did we talk about that?
Who, us?
Not you, Papa Goat Cheese. We talked about that the other night.
No, but
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
he got the point across about how well it poses. You know,
Mhm.
listen,
Yeah.
plenty of people do the hand posing thing. I'm not knocking him for it. I'm just saying I'm not a big fan of it. I feel like it just takes
Yeah.
away from the pose.
It's not just
Yeah.
it's not just you. There's a whole in the community. There's like a whole debate about people who do dynamic posing with like all backgrounds, no Photoshop, no effects, no nothing, just straight natural
In the,
like practical
in the,
effects.
in
There's
the
those
toy
that
community,
use
in the toy community, somebody's got a fucking problem with everything. So listen, you're not going to make everyone happy. At the end of the day, they're your toys, and it's your photograph, and you should use your, listen, everybody's going to get inspired by everybody else. There's no way you can't be, but however you figure out how to use it.
But again,
Right.
there's
Have fun with it.
from what I've seen, there's
It's a
three
toy.
camps.
Have fun with it.
Yeah.
There's three camps. There's the practical effects snobs who basically like to do backgrounds and all that other shit. There's
Mhm.
like the regular folks who sometimes like to use backgrounds and stuff, like Photoshop and all that other stuff. And then you have folks
I would call those
who are-
enhancement
Right.
photographers.
the
Okay.
enhanced photographers, and then you have your hand posers who
Yep.
and the thing is they come up with a lot of creative poses, but my only issue with hand posers is there are certain figures that have limits, and sometimes they'll do little tricks to make for instance, I saw one hand photographer literally pop the fucking figure at the torso and hold the both of them to make it look like it's crouching in a very dynamic pose. And I'm like, all right. I mean, you can say it's like an enhancement pose in a sense, but it's just like, it kind of defeats the purpose if you're like, popping like.
Listen,
If you're
like I said, at the end of the day, there are so many different people you can follow and have people follow you and whatever. You don't have to make everybody fucking happy, and there's no way you're ever going to. All you have to do is enjoy what you're doing, and you will find like-minded people who will want to follow you for what you're doing. You just have to. The main thing for all these things is consistency, and you know why? Because that means you're using the platform, and the more you use the platform, the more their numbers go up. So that's why they say be consistent and do it all the time. So that is really the real trick. There's no algorithm against you. It's how often do you post, and are you getting enough people to like it or comment on it?
Yeah, but
so
again,
I mean, at the end of the day, it's your toy. Whether you,
right.
I mean, there are people who will bitch about how you pose your figures on your shelf. Oh, you're too static, or how come you're not more dynamic, or why don't you make a diorama, or why don't you do this?
You mean like everybody in the ACBA
I'm just
group?
trying to keep the fucking dust off them. Okay. At the end of the day, you either like what I've done with it or you don't. Some of them I do them in some kind of a diorama. Some of them I just post static because that's all the space I have for them on that shelf. At the end of the day, I don't give a shit. Either you like it or you don't. At the end of the day, I'm the one who walks down in my basement and I go, God damn, I'm a fucking lucky soul. And I'm proud of what I've put together. And if anybody's got a problem with them, then 90% of the time they're either jealous or they're just assholes.
Yep.
So, you know what? Again, I still really enjoyed your photo, Danny, and that was the main point of what I'm saying.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not a big hand poser guy. I'm not against it, but again, to me, it's like what Kadri was saying. It's an art form. Either you do this form or you do that form. Maybe you do a little bit of all. But at the end of the day, I thought it was a dynamic pose with what you did. I didn't really know what you were doing with IG whatever and Grogu, but I forget his name. I know it's not IG88, but
IG11.
IG11. Thank you. I always like in my head, my dyslexic brain just always tells me IG88 because we've known it forever.
I just figured like, hey, you know what? Don't people don't often put like IG-11 figures with Mando or just in general. So I was like, let me give
No,
him.
I like that combination. I love that. That was one of my favorite things about season 3 is when he gets in that suit and then he's doing the whole no. I don't. That was part of my fun thing, just being a dad. I mean, it's
Oh yeah. Oh no, I mean no, but that's him in the little pouch in the first season. You know, when after he takes him away from the scout troopers.
yeah. But didn't you have him in the IG-11 in the middle
Yeah,
fight? Oh,
it
yeah.
wraps around. It wraps around on it. It's a little
Oh, oh, oh,
pouch.
oh, 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 okay. I thought it was the one that went in the middle of the IG-11.
No, no, definitely not. No,
That's what it
this is
looked
the
like
one.
from the photo.
This
So,
from season 1. So let me just
but
finish
it's
off.
just the way you had IG-11 posed. I thought he was trying to smell Mando's fart or
Yeah.
something.
Oh no, definitely.
Because he's kind of like coming up behind him, like, "What you got, man? What, does it smell under that armor?"
Yeah,
Anyway,
but I mean, he's a droid, so I don't think he has a nose.
why the fuck do you have to make it like that, huh? I
I
was
had to.
enjoying my joke, and you know what? Grogu does have a nose, and maybe they smell even more sensitivity. They have a more sensitive nose than everybody else.
Yeah, they have force sensitivity nose. So, anyways, before I was rudely interrupted, all I was going to say they improved on the 1.0 Mando, and I say this is the best one to get if you want to
Who
buy it. You
interrupted
know,
you?
Okay, so what were the improvements?
really? Here we go. You really? Do you really want to go with this?
That's
Sure. How
his
about
role.
let's
That's
do
his
head
role on the show.
proportions? Huh?
I will
What was
sit
that?
back and listen. That's his role in the
Head
show.
proportions. I would say articulation. The accessories. There's a lot more this time,
Okay,
and
but what articulation
oh.
point? How does it differ in articulation from
I don't
between
know. I didn't
1.0 to?
sit there and put them right next to each other, jackass.
Oh, you have failed, Padawan. You have
Oh, I'm
failed.
sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, the
Listen,
Gropalorian.
he's just saying which one's his favorite. That's his favorite. Move on. Okay. Kadri, what's your favorite?
The Glavish Ring World, Mando.
I'm surprised it's not the SH Figure Arts.
You know what? You kind of ruined it for me because you're like, oh well, the color's not that accurate to the, and then I'm like, fuck. You know what? You're right.
You know all that shit bothers the fuck out of him.
So it's like it kind of ruined the viewers for me.
I'm not. It does. It's like it's a very dark Beskar
It
armor. I'm like,
is.
dude, what
It's
is
very dark.
this?
It's very. But the thing is, the articulation on it blows anything out, even the Mafex 2.0 out of the water, in my opinion. But the color, it's just it's just so dark, and it just ruins it for me. So, am I saying this is better than the figure arts in terms of articulation? No.
No.
No. But as far as pound for pound, the best Black Series Mandalorian figure ever made, you cannot top this one.
No, you cannot.
Because
There's
compared to the Mines of Mandalore and the movie Mando, this shits on all of them. It has the thigh cuts on it. Yes, but all have single jointed elbows and knees. But you know what? You could get better dynamic poses with this one with the thigh cut than compared to the newer hip articulation that these cheap fucks at Hasbro decided to fucking put in. So
yeah.
that's my figure.
Remember, I shut down a few YouTubers with that argument over the Mando of the movie Mando or the Glavis.
Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I opened up mine the other day that I'd gotten for $5. I do have to agree with both of you. It is a great figure, and like Danny pointed out, if the only thing it was missing was a wired cape, and it really does make such a huge difference for a cape to have a wire inside of it, even if it is something that just kind of throws over the shoulder like it does for Mando. But
here's my counterpoint with that. Here's my counterpoint. It's better that you have a draping cape on the Mando figure, only because you're going to be using the backpack, and the wired cape is going to be a problem.
Well, and remember the first one they came out with where he had the backpack, you couldn't even put the freaking, you couldn't put the backpack on with the cape. The plastic one that came with for
Yeah, well,
several.
mine's a Mandalore that it had that problem.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm
you had to
saying.
literally
They
take the
made
cape
it with a
off.
plastic cape, but they're like, well,
No,
you
but
can
here's my
put his
thing:
backpack
cloth
on, but
cape.
you can't put his thing on.
I'm just saying, cloth cape. 100%. I agree, cloth cape, but cloth wired cape. Like I'd
No,
rather
I'm just,
have it aesthetically. I would rather have it draped than have it constantly windswept, because that's the only way you're going to be able to move it, right?
but at the same point, you could make it where it's statically draped, even with a wire in it. Can't
I
you?
don't know. I kind of feel like if you do, it won't hold very well, because
It doesn't,
the way Danny has it,
listen, it
it's
doesn't sit
windswept.
perfectly on him in the first place. Not with the backpack on. It does not sit over the shoulder perfectly anyway. It kind of sits kind of bulged up at the top. And trust me, I messed with it for a while. And I mean, again, I just feel like if you wanted to do like something like Danny did, where he put him in a pose where he's kind of like sweeping and it's kind of flailing in the background,
Yeah,
that
but
makes it.
like I said, if you're gonna do like a windswept pose and keep him in that pose, then yeah, obviously great. But for me, I'd rather keep mine static. Like for this one, I like doing like simple flight poses with him like this. So it's like I don't really like with my Mandos. I don't really like do dynamic like unless I'm doing like dynamic fighting poses. But again, like you know
Well,
what? At
maybe
the
you
end of
should
the
do
day,
some
I guess it's
fucking
like you
hand
said.
posing, okay?
People have a preference. I guess maybe me. I prefer them. I prefer like a draped cloth cape. So
Anyway, no, I mean, listen, they're all good points. I was just messing with you at the end there. No, I think Danny's got a good point about it. I would agree. The only thing missing from that figure, and you both have said it's an amazing figure, is the only thing I would add is a wired cape.
Yeah.
And that's just me. I would prefer to have the wired than the unwired if I could. And it would be the same for my favorite. I mean, honestly, people are going to be like, yeah, whatever. But, and there's a lot of older Star Wars figures that I would put that are my favorite, but that's basically off of nostalgia. But this figure for sure.
Is that Dual's End?
This is the one from Obi-Wan. Is it called Dual's End? I don't even know.
Is it Black
yeah,
Series?
with the cracked mask. Yeah,
Black Series with the cracked mask. He has the cracked, control panel. Yeah. He is by far he's not just one of my favorite Vaders. He's one of my favorite figures. And honestly, as much as I love, no, I didn't even know that was out there, but now I might have to look into getting that.
Well, the one I showed you was the figure.
It's the Moffics too. Yeah.
I mean, for the price, I don't really need him to do much more anyway. To me, it's kind of ridiculous that he comes with a fully lit saber, because doesn't Obi-Wan break his saber when he does all this? But I don't know. Honestly, I'm not even the biggest. There's so many Darth Vaders out there.
It's probably one of the best Vader figures ever made.
Oh, look. Uh-oh. Anyway, I do.
That's adorable.
Hey,
that's
adorable. How about I give you two? Huh?
Oh, that's adorable.
I get two for the price of one, guy. But no, there's a lot of Black Series gets shit on a lot, injustifiably, to me, more about poor choices. Because this one does have thigh swivel, so it's got that going for him. But as far as it goes, this is an excellent figure. He's got.
It is. It's probably one of the better representations of Vader.
I wish he was all pinless, not just in the arms, but overall, for the scene that this comes from, and of course, Danny had to show his and made me go, God damn it, that one looks a little better. But this was such an iconic moment to me.
Well, it's an import figure. What'd you expect?
Well, again, for a basic release, as I'm calling this, for its size, which is the fair price, I guess, for these size figures, now that everybody else's prices seem to be the same as Marvel Legends and Black Series. just he looks phenomenal. The job they did with him, he looks
It
great. The
does. Yeah.
goods, I mean, all of it. He comes together really nicely, and he pops on the shelf. The inside eyes and just everything. They still gave him good detail on the inside of the broken helmet. To me, it's just one of my favorites. He stands out to me every time I go over to the shelf. He just automatically stands out to me, and I've got like 5 different Vaders on the shelf. So, again, it's one of it. If I had to pick one quickly, like I did, that's my top. So, yeah. All right.
Okay.
So, we're already at an hour. So why don't we get into the releases?
Yeah. I think we'll probably skip the Vader comparisons at this point because I don't think we'll have enough time.
What did I go to here? What am I on here? Okay. I don't know where this. Oh, there it is. All right. So we have from the new releases here. We have first up. We have the Imperial Remnant Warlord and Polar Mouse Droid.
Yeah,
And
it's just like, hey, let's give him some random dude.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like I saw him in season 3 when Moff Gideon was talking to all the to them and all the the holograms, but I'm not 100% sure if I did see him. I have to
you
go
may
back to
have.
that
I mean, it
episode.
might be worth going back to look. I mean, I like the coat because it's like cloth good coat and it's something different.
Right.
But he just looks like he's just a basic fat version of this. But do you notice the head though? The head to me very much looks like the guy from, and I think we've already been over this, but it very much looked like the guy from Saturday Night Live who's been on there forever that was in Good Burger.
Oh, yeah. You know what? How much do you want to bet Robo's going to take this figure and replace him with the Kurt Russell head? He'll probably take that body buck and put the Kurt Russell head on it.
I mean, it does kind of look like the Kurt Russell head too from Guardians of the Galaxy, from that Marvel Legends figure. It does looks very similar.
That's when I first saw this figure, that was the first thought. I'm like, yo, Robo's
I mean,
gonna take
no,
figure.
you're right. You're right. It looks just like it. It literally could probably be that, just slightly retooled. Would not surprise me the least bit.
Yeah.
I don't. It says they show all of them here, but it's not. I feel like we already went over all these.
Yeah, we did. I was gonna say those are the previous.
Yeah. So where the frick are the new ones? That's why the whole reason I went on here.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
There we
Right
go.
there. There's one of them.
All right. So what happened? Why'd it go away? Oh, there he is. All right, Danny. Who's this guy?
Doom Commander from Clone Wars.
And this is a Black Series figure?
That is correct.
Yeah.
I do like the weathering on him. It looks very good. But he's only got weathering in the armor and like nowhere else. So that's kind of disappointing to me. But I mean, if that's how he looks, so be it.
So let me ask you guys a question before moving on to the next one. Are you guys kind of fatigued with Clone Trooper building?
I mean,
no, I like all the different ones personally. But I mean, they definitely made Clone Troopers with all the different colors and stuff just to sell toys. That's 100%.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the only thing I've army built is Stormtroopers, so I can't say fatigue here.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, I've done a couple different trooper factions, but not like crazy. Like, I mean, I have multiple Tuskens, I have multiple Jawas, I have multiple Death Squad troopers and Stormtroopers, Remnant troopers, some clone troopers. So yeah, I've done it with a lot of stuff, but it's only when I find them cheap.
But yeah, but I'm just talking specifically clone troopers. I like Stormtroopers. I kind of feel like when they gave us the newer design clone troopers, like the 2.0s. I mean Stormtroopers. Sorry. Like, okay, I got a few of them, but that was about it. But clone troopers, it's like I kind of stopped, not too. Like, I used to go heavy with them, but then after a while, it's just like, man, you know what? I'm just getting tired of getting the same clone trooper just recolored, and I'm like, this really's got to stop. So
No,
I've kind
and
of
I've heard that from a lot of people.
I kind of just stopped in general, just wanting these.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think if you have I think why it's good is it's one of the only new things that they ever seem to come out with. But I think what's good is if you do have that favorite commander or clone episode or whatever, now you get a chance of getting that one from that thing. But again, it's all for the sole purpose of selling toys. Like my biggest problem with G.I. Joe Classified is they keep giving us troop builders, but they're giving us them in deluxe packs and stuff, making it hard to troop build them.
Yeah,
Because
that I really
the whole
hate when
point
they
of the
do that.
Cobra team is you get 15 troopers to one commander, and they're making all of them deluxes like these, and I've got to play clearance chicken on them to, you know,
Well,
if I
again,
want
like
to control them at all.
even with the ninjas, like remember when they did the 2 blue ninja 2-packs, and then you had slice and dice isn't an army builder, but
No.
like the ninjas and the GI Joe ninjas in general, when they did those 2-packs, and it's like, come on, guys, like
The
really?
blue ones, they gave us one female and one male, but
Male.
again, so you can only build, you know, you're gonna have a bunch of females and a bunch of males. Maybe you only want 1 or 2 females. Maybe you only want 1 or 2 males. I mean, again, that shit drives me nuts too. But it's better than when they gave us the Valkyrie pack, which was just 2 females. And
I only bought 1 of those, I think. Or did
I have no problem with having females in my troop guard, but I mean, like, it just seems like they always have to do something to make it just be like, really, guys, you're making this fantastic, series, and yet you keep finding ways to make me get pissed off.
Yeah.
But again, I'm a toy collector. I'm going to be pissed about everything anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest gripe was originally with this guy, with this Desert Scorpion, and then of course they released the Cobra Law Trooper guy, and I'm like, well, great that you can make 2 or 3 different troopers out of him, but he still costs almost $50, and that's ridiculous. So,
yeah, and now they're shelf warming.
Are they? Like everybody got the ones they wanted, now they're shelf warming? Good, then maybe I'll find some in the listen, that new, what do they call that series where it's like real life looking guys?
Oh, those I forgot their names.
The new one that's out has been selling like hotcakes, whereas some of the last previous
but people are saying that. But I've been hearing people say that it kind of sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. They always seem to end up on clearance, and I don't know. I think it's a cool concept, and I like they're doing it. I hope this one doesn't suck because he looks really cool. All right, so moving on, Danny, who we got here?
Thorn Commander, also from Clone Wars.
All right, what do we think? Just another fatigued one, or are we excited to get this one?
I'm more excited for the Doom one, but this one they were like, oh, you see the little Gatling gun turns. I'm like, yeah, when you unless it had like a little lever or something that made it turn. Other than that, I'm just like, it's fine,
Yeah,
it's whatever.
I mean, yeah, if you have to manually turn it, how fun is that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Doesn't really.
All right, moving on, we have Black Series Mission Val and Karth Onasi. This is from the games, right?
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
This is from what's the name of it? What is the name? It's
the Old Republic. Yeah.
Knights of the Old Republic.
No, not right? Knights of the Old Republic. I think it's what was it called? Shoot, I can't remember.
I always thought it was Kotar, but I guess not. I haven't played the game in forever, so I have no idea. Everything kind of blends together with me.
They're not from Knights of the Old Republic from the last I checked. I thought it said it in the description, but I could be wrong.
All right, I can go back. Yeah. All right. In the skies above the outer rim world of Terrace, a Jedi battle fleet engages the forces of Darth Malak in a desperate effort.
Oh, they are from Kotar. My mistake.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My bad.
But yeah. So thoughts on this? Getting new. I'm always all about new characters. Your thoughts?
I mean, I'm gonna get it.
The thing was, it's like people who are attached to Kodar will definitely pick this up, but other people who haven't played the game or didn't have any interest in playing the game will probably look at these and be like, "Oh, what's this? Where are they from?"
Exactly.
So it's like, again, if you like the game, you're definitely picking it up. But
Yeah, I
if
mean,
you're
I see what you're saying. I mean, it's a kind of a deep cut, but
right, oh,
I'm
very, very
sure, like
much a
you're saying, that the people who are into the game are probably like, finally, oh my god.
like the
But yeah,
hardcore folks who play it, and it's just like other people, like casual people who are like into Star Wars but never really played the game. They'll look at these and they'll be like, "Yeah, like you know what? I could use these as random background characters in my displays. I'll
that's
play Clinch
exactly what I was gonna say. That's exactly what, and I know I was worried by saying it that you'd be like, yeah, but then you're gonna get all those Star Wars cucks who sit there and say, oh, we all know who they are and they don't belong in that world. And but I feel exactly the same way. I literally
Like
feel like
the thing is, I kind of lay off when it comes to Star Wars because it's like, you know what? It's a whole universe. You could use background characters there. Like,
that's
especially
how
like for me, I never had. My brother had more of attachment to Kotar than I did. I just liked certain characters from the game.
all right, so here we move on to um this is the Battlefront 2 version of the Black Series Clone Commando. I feel like they've already done this, haven't they?
I
do
don't
like
know.
how
This
he has
one
the
actually, I don't think
I like
so.
how he has like the dagger thing off his left hand. That's cool.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
vibro
sorry.
knife type of thing.
Yeah, because they had that heavy in like in the game, I remember. But he looks good. I mean, I like the Clone Commandos, so I like their design. So I'll definitely get this if I see it. I wouldn't play clearance chicken with this one because I don't suspect it'll go cheap. All right, next Black Series we have Satil Shan, a descendant of the legendary Jedi Bastille Shan. Satil Shan is Grand Master
She's
of the
from
Jedi.
the Old Republic.
So is this also Knights of the Old Republic?
No, it just says the Old Republic.
Okay.
Doesn't say the Knights of the Old Republic. I'm looking.
Okay. Well, I don't know her at all.
Yeah, I don't know much about this one.
But
Like as far as like
cool looking
video
character
games,
though.
yeah. Like as
It's a
far as video
double-bladed
games go,
sword.
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were. Go ahead.
I would know. I would say as far as like Star Wars video games go, my best knowledge would probably be The Force Unleashed, even though I haven't played that game in a long time.
No, it's mine and that and Battlefront and like Starfighter are my three that I go to.
Yeah.
But I go back all the way back to PlayStation 1 with Star Wars. What was it?
Dark Forces.
No, Dark Forces was that was also, yeah, I guess that was for that one. No, there was a fighting game, and I'm sure Kadri's aware
Masters
of it.
of Terrascasi.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that game.
Where they had a Tusken Raider named Hor. And literally when they said his name, they called him Hor. I'm sure he was from some book, but it used to always make me and my friends laugh when we were drunk trying to play that game. But yeah. Anyway, that's gaming.
I'll get her just because I like that double lightsaber.
Yeah, this is one I'll play clearance chicken on for sure. If I find her cheap, I'll grab her. Or I see her at a Ross or something. I'm not going to go out of my way for her, though. I mean, again, I like new characters, but I have no connection to her. So, I'm happy for those who are excited to have this in their collection. She definitely does look good, but
yeah,
cool looking character for sure. But Kadri?
I mean, again, another one of those I would play clearance chicken on.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the problem. This is my problem with Black Series. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like their character selection gets you to the point where it's like, okay, out of this entire wave, there's one figure must get by day one, no doubt about it. But then the rest are like, yeah, I'll play clearance chicken on it.
For sure, I agree, 100%.
And that's what I see it as. It's like it was kind of like with the Andor stuff. It was one of those where every single figure was pretty much, I'm gonna play clearance chicken on it. And then same with the Acolyte. Same with
with Acolyte, you knew so many people were bitching about the series from like the first drop of the episode that it was like, okay, I'm not going to bother to get the figures. I'll find them all. And the only one that's been hard to find has been the Stranger.
yeah, that's the one figure in that entire thing that was like day one buying it, but you can't find it.
You can't.
So
It's
like,
literally every time I find that wave on the shelf, he's always missing.
always, like, you can't even get him on Amazon. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for like almost $100 now.
No, they'll let him sizzle for a couple of years being expensive, and then they'll re-release him and he'll get over flooded for sure. Or they'll find a way to bring him back into something else.
They did it with Rogue One, so
yeah, for sure. So this is also
Republic
from
Trooper.
the Old Republic, and this actually looks really cool. This is one of those ones I think is very Star Wars-etic, and I like it. I really do.
It kind of reminds me of the goons from Flash Gordon, except in white.
I guess I can see that. I can see it. All right, let's move on. He looks cool. Now, something I find interesting is they seem to be bringing back these mini helmets. I don't know if you guys remember, but around The Force Awakens, I think it was, they started doing these. Do you guys remember when this was out? And they were hot for like a minute. Everybody was buying them, and then they kind of just faded out really just as quickly. But I think it's fun for people who like the buckets, but don't necessarily have the space, but just want to put the helmets up. I think it's fun. My problem with them the first time around was they were too expensive, and I feel like they're going to be too expensive again, and I'll pass on them again. But that's just me. But I do remember selling a few of these for at least double what I had paid, and then they were pretty much at Ross everywhere. But I don't see any. Oh, here are the other ones. Here's Rex. Come on, today, load. There we go. That's a cool looking one. And I like the little stand it sits on. That's fun. Now, did they say how big these are going to be?
They're not going to be.
If they said, I'd be surprised if they were like almost.
They're like very like.
Well, here's the thing. Tiny. I could already tell you I won't be getting them because they're $34.99. So unless they're actual buckets, no shot. $34.99. You're going to be seeing a lot of these at Ross.
The only one from that size. I want the Mandalorian one, but if it's $34.99, I'll play clearance chicken on it. I already have the actual full size helmet.
They're fucking smoking something over there. All right, let's move on to the TVC figures. This is the vintage
Anakin
Skywalker, basically.
But not Force Ghost.
Yeah, it's not a Force Ghost, but it's the Force Ghost actor's head. What was his name?
Oh, the original actor.
Yes, the original actor. Oh, Sebastian Shaw. It's his likeness, as though he had just grown old and been a Jedi.
Is his name really Sebastian Shaw?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. But it's an interesting figure. Again, it's one of those ones, if I see it on clearance, I'll grab it, but have no real desire otherwise. Here's a vintage collection Clone Trooper Commander. Obviously, they're obviously building out all the stuff from Attack of the Clones so that they can put it with the new HasLab. So I have no problem with that for people who want it. It definitely looks better than the older ones. Not much to say here. You guys have anything to say about this?
Not really. I mean, if I'm going to build what's it called? Battle of
Geonosis.
Geonosis, yeah, I'll pick up a few of those, but I'm not exactly in a hurry to do so.
I wonder if they'll redo the arena, because I still have the arena. Maybe I can get some money for my arena. And then here's Bodhi Rook. Love the character.
From Rogue One. Yeah.
From Rogue One.
I didn't know that this year was the 10-year anniversary of it.
Isn't that crazy? Doesn't it make you feel old?
A little bit, yeah.
I don't love his goggles here.
What was that?
It came out in 2016?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't love the goggles here. He has the standard stuff that he comes with, the same that the Black Series figure came with. He looks fine for those who are looking to expand on their Rogue One. We go on a Plo Koon with an oversized robe. See, this is why I understand why they don't always go with soft goods, because they just don't always look great, and I don't think this looks great at all.
No, it doesn't.
The head sculpt looks great. Plo Koon's a very cool, interesting character, but this just doesn't do anything for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. All right, now we have, but this is Luke. So this is the one that was in Heir to the Empire, and this is basically the Luke that would be, if I think this is, yeah, this is the one where his hand gets chopped off or whatever, and they use the hand to clone him. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. In the last, Luke Skywalker must confront his clone, Luke, genetically created from his severed hand by Grand Admiral Thrawn. Celebrate the legacy of Star Wars with premium vehicles, blah, 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 blah. Yeah,
I didn't know this.
Yeah, they had cloned Luke from his hand.
I didn't. I never read Heir to the Empire,
which was also supposed to be part of how they get the lightsaber back, because they basically, but they never went into it in the last trilogy. They talk about it in The Force Awakens and then never bring it back up. All right, then this is obviously, like I said, they're building out the Geonosian world, and this is cool because you get some of them that were actually in there that didn't have wings, and I always hated that they didn't have any without wings. So it's kind of cool. These guys are always great. They just always kind of stand. All the old ones, at least, always kind of stood funny.
Yeah. You know what the thing? You know what I find the crazy part about the vintage collection? They always seem to have way better character selection than Black Series.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah.
It's like, and I'm like, why can't you guys do what you do with vintage collection with Black Series?
I mean, honestly, I love the Geonosian Warriors. I always have, but these really, I mean, honestly, these look really good to me compared to the old ones they've put out. Like, these look like
Hasbro Pulse exclusive.
Well, of course.
Oh, lovely.
Because it's a 4-pack. I mean, that's always the case, but they usually don't run out of those.
Yeah.
Then we have the Star Wars Black Series ARF Trooper 501st with the AT-RT. So it's cool. We're finally getting a new vehicle to go with it. Go with Black Series.
SDCC exclusive.
But yes, you beat me to it. This is the San Diego Comic-Con, which means, listen, has there really been one that's sold out in the last 5 years?
Yes.
What?
Mustafar, Anakin versus Obi-Wan.
Which still is shocking to me. But yes, you're right. Okay. But that was up for a couple days, was it not?
No, that sold out almost as quickly as it gone back up, and it's gone like in and out of stock. Yes, like the Rogue 3-pack. Those were the two most sought after SDCC exclusives.
I don't know. I thought the Rogue one was up for a while.
No, that one went just as quickly.
All right. Well, for the most part, if you just are ready within the day after they get released, usually you get lucky and can get them. This one I feel like will be sought after just because, you know, it is a new vehicle and whatever else. But the price of $79.99 is, again, it's like,
I mean, it's better than the vintage collection one for the movie, because that's $67.99.
Fair point.
So it's $10 more.
Yeah, well, and at least it's 6-inch. Yeah.
I mean, it looks. I mean, listen, it looks great for what it is. I've never been a huge fan of these Walker things, but I mean, it's fine. And to me, you could use it in any kind of background thing with your clone troopers. But I mean, I get it. Exactly. It's like their own little pod.
Too bad
I understood it because you're just putting a guy on the top of a rig to get shot off. But you know, whatever.
So, but yeah.
All right, so moving on, we have the Vintage Collection Anakin Skywalker and Asajj Ventress. I feel like they've done better versions of her. Just me personally, but this is the Anakin that's from the what is it? The Swarovski. What was
The 2003 Clone Wars animated
yeah
series 2D.
yeah where he has like the robotic hand and he goes through the trials and all that. This is like that version, is it not?
I need to get her Black Series figure.
Really?
Yeah, I
Which
still haven't
one?
got
The new one or the old one?
the newer one,
The
Yeah,
Bounty Hunter one?
or whatever the most recent one is.
That's the
the
Bounty
most
Hunter
recent one is like the bounty hunter one. Yeah, the
Yeah,
one where
that's the one I need to get.
the short-lived one, because the old one was like the classic version of her. Yeah, I haven't gotten that new one either. But anyway, this looks. I mean, for again, this is why I don't really collect vintage collection. I don't think they ever look that great in the articulation because they're so small. It doesn't really hold up. The only reason I really liked these kind of figures was because you could get the vehicles with them. But now the vehicles are so outrageously overpriced. I have no interest
You
in
don't want to
collecting
get them.
those.
they are.
I mean, it's literally what it is. The only other thing that was announced, which I don't see up here, was the classic retro set, which is finally giving us a legendary a
Right. Yeah, I
Garundan.
know where you're. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Let's see if they show it somewhere else. But yeah, I
I
did
know
see.
exactly. Yeah.
Did you guys see they have that like basic version of? They have like the $10 figures now. They have one of like a Stap Droid for the new movie.
No, I didn't see that one.
It was very interesting looking because it looked like somebody wearing like a battle droid as armor.
I know what you're talking about. I wasn't. Nah.
No, I thought it was interesting. Like, so is it a character in battle droid armor? Because I don't get it. Otherwise, they just made a really fat, like, looking battle droid. But I always like the Stap, which is funny because it's just as stupid as the ATRT. But retro collection. Let's see if I can find it real quick.
Well, I've always wondered what's the actual difference between retro collection and vintage collection.
The fact that they already used vintage collection when they came out with the retro collection, so they couldn't call it vintage collection, which is really what it should be.
I mean, here, let me just give an example.
I mean,
So-
the retro collection is made to be like the what's it called?
Oh,
Who would
no.
have these?
I don't have a vintage collection figure right here in front of me.
Yeah, I mean, the retro collection is basically the old original Star Wars figures. They're made to look just like that.
Yeah, but do they actually look like the retro? Like, do they have the weird, fucked up paint in the face and shit?
What do you mean?
Like, you know how if it's retro, like it's like
Why is
actual,
this-
like they look closer to the old figures from back in the 70s and 80s.
Yes, that's what they look like.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
I'm sure you've seen them. They remade a bunch of the original ones. They didn't remake all of them, but they remade most of the original ones. And then they also made off the new shows and the new movies. And, they come out with like those 6-packs. Remember I showed that 6-pack from Acolyte that I got at Ross?
Yeah, in the retro packaging.
Yeah, that's what those are.
Okay.
That's the retro collection. Vintage collection was what they originally came out with as like the premier line of 3 3/4 inch figures. Because they were still releasing 3 3/4 inch figures. Then they were also releasing 3 3/4 inch figures that were like to the Clone Wars or specific shows. And so they were like, all right, so these are the vintage collection is going to be the ones that are on vintage style cards, but are like more articulated or come with soft goods or the better of all the 3 3/4 inch figures.
Here's a vintage collection Mando right here. And here's
I don't even know where to
retro Boba.
I apparently went on the
Okay,
thing.
I see what you're saying now. So that retro Boba looks like it came out from like 1980s.
Well, this is one of the originals that came out.
Right. And then the Mando is pretty much the more modern The more
Yeah, this is a
modern
more
line.
modern. Yeah, exactly. The more premium
Still
version of a 3
5 POA, but more modern, but with
Yep.
3D like face print technology. Because
Example.
ultimately, the 3 3/4 Black Series figures are pretty much the premium line for that scale.
Yeah.
Until it ends.
So yeah, so think of this as kind of like a shrunk down version of a Black Series figure in a way.
No, not really. It's more of a modernized retro collection.
I mean,
That's
they are
really a
built
way to
just like
put
the
it.
originals. They are literally. I mean, I'll show you in a minute, but I'm trying to see if they have any pictures of those other ones. But um,
No, so what I'm saying is retro collection looks like they look like they have the aesthetic of the old toys, while the vintage collection is pretty much they're more modernized figures, but on retro style card backs.
Yeah, exactly.
But in reality, they're all still the same points of articulation. It's just again the face print technology is going to be more advanced on the vintage collection compared to the retro because they're going to look more like the old toys. But in terms of articulation, they're still the same.
so see,
So
these are all vintage collection where they actually have as good articulation as you're going to find for a 3 3/4 inch figure.
range.
Okay, so this is vintage collection. I'll show you real quick. I can't find where the new ones are. Nobody seems to have them. But yeah. Let me stop sharing this. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Put us back to normal here. All right. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So So this is a retro collection figure.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. The aesthetic to the figure itself has a retro look to it.
This is like the same exact mold used for the original Boba Fett.
Perfect, correct.
Yeah.
And
He
then
looks
for vintage
exactly the same.
collection is more modernized.
So then
Still the
they
same points of
also did.
articulation, though.
Let's see. This is what I actually love about this line because I've wanted this since they came back out in 1995 because I wanted them to be able to match with the older ones when they came out with new figures. But like this is Black Chrysanthemum. Okay, take a look at the eyes.
Oh shit!
Like he's made to look like an old figure. He's not made to look better. You know, he's made to look like, okay, if you bought this in 1977 or 1980, 1983, this is what it looked like. So here's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
remake
just,
Boba Fett, and here's Book of Boba Fett. It's not like you're getting a better figure. You're just getting a retro style looking figure that can go with your old playsets. Like I can pipe these in with my old Cantina playset. It looks just the same. So
Right.
it looks like they fit right in there. Maybe the colors are a little
But-
brighter than some of them, but
vintage collection has, despite being on retro card backs, has a more modern aesthetic. They're similar to the Origins.
there's no new modern articulation at all to these. This is exactly the same figure. I can grab you an original Boba Fett and put them up to us. You won't notice the difference.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the same. Yeah, it has a modern aesthetic, but same retro articulation.
Yes.
No, it isn't. No. So here's the retro Boba Fett, right? They can move like that.
I know about the retro. I'm talking about the vintage.
The vintage
collection
can do this.
The vintage
right
has
here.
the same articulation points, but it has a more modern aesthetic.
Yes.
That's what I've been trying to say.
Dude, it has more articulation than the retro. Look at that. That you see?
No,
it even has ankles.
The names make it fucked up, but yes, the vintage collection is just basically their term for the 3 3/4 inch line is considered the vintage collection. That's all.
Brian, would you agree that that the vintage collection is kind of like a shrunk down version of a Black Series figure?
Yes, but it still has but it has less articulate because it's
Yeah,
so
less
smaller,
articulation.
there's less
Yes, 100%.
articulation.
That I
'Cause you
don't
can't
disagree
get a
with.
you could not. I don't. Maybe they've done it, but I've never seen a 3-point elbow on a 3 3/4 inch figure. And the Marvel Legends versions were the same way. Marvel
No, they were all
Legends,
single jointed.
yes. I mean, the Marvel, they tried to make smaller figures just like this that eventually failed for Marvel
Right,
Legends.
but they were single jointed, but the main difference between them was thigh cuts.
Die cuts for sure.
So they had thigh cuts on the Black Series and on those smaller Marvel Legends. They all had single jointed elbows and knees, if I remember correctly.
I believe so, yeah. And that, while there was a line from Toy Biz that tried, it was like more of a gaming thing, but they did have double jointed elbows and ball hit joints and stuff like that, and they were extremely loose and broke all the time.
Yeah,
because
were.
I have a bunch of them.
They were pretty bad.
Notorious for breaking or falling apart, or the ball. They had like ball socket abdomens, and they would pull apart without just by breathing on them. But yeah, no, the point is that because they already used the vintage collection to basically call all 3 3/4 inch vintage collection, that was basically the moniker for all 3 3/4 inch, since that's what launched Star Wars. The retro collection was invented to do exactly what I had been hoping all this time, of to give us characters that are new characters that fit in with your old classic figures if you're into the old classic line. And I think it's brilliant, and it obviously it's done pretty damn well. The only ones that didn't really sell well were the ones that were the exact like these. The only people who went for these were the ones who were like, I love Luke or I love Boba Fett, and they bought just them. They didn't buy a lot of like the other dime a dozen figures that are everywhere in the old retro line.
Didn't they do a Vader in that style too?
Yes, and here, like I'll show you, the Obi-Wan is different than the other one.
And for the retro ones with like Obi-Wan and Vader, weren't their lightsabers like kind of tiny like the retro figures?
I don't remember because I didn't get those. I didn't get the only ones I got were like Boba Fett, like I was just saying. I already have the other ones, so I didn't feel the need to get those. But like this is the Obi-Wan this is the Darth Vader from Obi-Wan, and he comes with a regular lightsaber rather than the slide out thing.
That's what I was talking about.
And look at the face too. Like his eyes are like more glowing and stuff. He doesn't have like that thing on the top of his helmet.
Right.
But he does, like when his eyes catch light, they look more glowing. And his face is definitely different looking. It's like more.
This is the first time I've seen that Vader.
Really? This one was actually good. The whole Obi-Wan and Book of Boba Fett wave was a little bit more scarce than I remember. But even his legs, with the way they're draped at the bottom, the original one didn't have. The original Vader, well, for one, didn't have a cloth cape. For two, he just had skinny legs. He doesn't have the draping. I should have grabbed the retro Vader, but he's up higher. I didn't want to get him down. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's just different. And now you finally get a standard hold your lightsaber. So yeah. I don't know. I really like those just because, again, this was kind of what I first really got into collecting with Star Wars, and Star Wars like this. And this Black Cassandran is terrible. But that's what he's supposed to be. I mean, most of the vintage Star Wars figures are pretty terrible.
Listen, that shit was better than the fucking first release, where they literally just took of the Black Series version, where they literally just took a Chewbacca and painted him black.
Again, that's why I didn't buy that one. Even when I saw it on clearance for like $5, I was like, fuck no.
Talk about the
second one they put out for the show for Book of Boba Fett looks way better.
With Black Chrysanthemum, when they first released him.
Oh, you're talking about the comic one.
They released him as the comic version, not the show one, because they didn't know exactly what the show one was going to look like. So they released the comic version so they'd have something to come out shortly after the show was released. Then everybody lost their mind. They're like, that's not even the right one. And it was basically because Hasbro knew it was going to be a year before they come out with him. Then they came out with him for the Black Series line, like the show, and he got bought up pretty good when he first came out, and then eventually he was flooded and flooded the market.
Yeah,
but originally
I got him for like $10. I got him for like $10.
Like most Target, I think he was a Target exclusive. Like most Target, stuff.
No. He was a retail. He was a retail release.
Well, whatever. Like most things with Star Wars, they get bought up early in the beginning, and then you see them everywhere after the fact, and that was kind of the same thing. So it was originally the IG-11 with Grogu. That was a tough one too, and then it was like flooded everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. And even when they did the separate Grogu release for like $10, he was hard to get.
Yep.
You're talking about that little tiny one?
Yep. That
Yeah.
was originally,
Oh,
they originally released him like the Porg 2-packs, and he was $10. And then they started releasing him with this tram and started charging you 25.
this one you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that one. Because
Okay.
they also released the Porgs like that, where you got a 2-pack of Porgs for $10.
So was
But
that
anyway,
was that all the releases?
that's it. The only thing I couldn't find the retro pictures, but it's basically Garindin, which is that spy that, you know, tattles on the Millennium Falcon, taking away Han and the droids and all that. You know, the he's coming out. It's Wedge Antilles. I forget who else.
Leia Organa from Yavin.
Oh, yeah, ceremonial Leia Organa.
Again?
Mhm.
Well,
But
this is again.
that's retro.
That's a
Oh,
retro.
retro.
One.
Yeah,
Haven't
I
done
thought we were on
retro.
Black Series. Sorry.
They did Luke. I think they did Han as well. No, Han was not. It was Luke. They've already done Luke. They haven't done Han yet. They did Han and Stormtrooper. But yeah.
All right. What? All right. So, do you think we still have enough time for a Black Series comparison?
Well, I mean,
if
if
you
you
want,
go on forever, absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead if you wanted. I mean, we already went well over an hour, so if
All
you
right,
want to get
so
it in.
Let's start with the New Hope Vader that just came out. For this one, like again, all three Vaders have
This is Star Wars. This is Star Wars Black Series.
Black Series, yes, correct.
Okay.
So, and also, again, the articulation on a lot of these Vaders are quite limited. But really quick, like really, the only real difference is the paint details in these figures, depending on the film. This, again, it's a really solid. It's essentially what you would think the Duel's End Vader, but without all the battle damage.
Well, but that one doesn't that one have the cloth vest though? Like the vest that goes up here. Isn't that the difference with the Star Wars A New Hope one? Doesn't one of them have like
no,
like
they all have the cloth. They all have the cloth vest.
Okay, so that does come all the way down. I thought the original one it came down over the shoulders, not under the shoulders. Because
no,
this is
they all have it.
Okay. I listen, I can never tell when they're like, "Oh, this is Jedi, this is." I very seldom can tell the difference.
Again, you'll know the difference between the chest, right? The paint on the like the chest part usually will tell you, but
doesn't tell me because I never noticed the difference. If I had to pick them up blindly and they weren't packaged to tell me, I wouldn't have a fucking clue.
Well, again, you have to really know all the details between New Hope, Empire, and
again, I never really. I'm just being honest. As much as I love Star Wars, I never really paid that close of attention.
Well, this helps more. This is the 2-pack with Luke, Vader, from Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
They added a cloth wired cape to it.
That's nice.
And the wires
got it right here.
Very posable.
Got it right here.
So that's the main difference with this one. And
see, I probably would have bought that one if I knew that.
You what?
That's the one that comes with like the little thing where he's in Bespin or whatever, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It comes with the yeah, you're talking about the little mini base diorama.
Now look, if you look at the paint on the chest, right? This is New Hope, and then if you look at it with Empire Strikes Back, it's the paint differences are subtle.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the cloth wired cape really makes the difference on this one, and it's probably beats the Duel's End one slightly. Now, my hope is that we get a Return of the Jedi Vader
Have we not gotten a Return of the Jedi? If we not gotten a Return of the Jedi one? I mean, I know we got one where with the removable helmet, which was like the head was humongous, but
dude, that's the one I'm going to talk about next. And that one, in my opinion, is the weakest of the three.
well, but that one also has the chain, which I don't think any of the other ones came with the chain, did they?
No, he didn't. He doesn't have a chain.
Quick question: do you not have the Empire Strikes Back Vader, the single release?
No, but you see, the problem with this Vader is the helmet comes off very easily. Like you could, like, see when I shake it now, it doesn't want to come off. But the thing before, huh?
Shit, the helmet on the Moff X one comes off easily. That's annoying.
Yeah, so it's like it used like now. See now when I'm doing it, it doesn't want to do it on the thing. But this one I feel like is the weakest out of the three. While the overall body mold and again subtle paint differences, like the helmet and the head sculpt is nicely done, but it's just like the helmet falling off just ruins it for me because I don't ever plan on taking the helmet off, and it just kind of sucks.
To me, I don't think I have that one displayed with the helmet off, but I'd rather him be displayed with the helmet off.
Yeah, I mean, you may as well. You got so many other Vaders.
Exactly my point. But to be honest, I don't think I do. I don't even know. I don't remember.
And also, my
it's right
copy has like really weak ankles too for this one. So I think that one's just a QC issue across the board.
With that figure, as much shit as it got, that figure was so sought after.
It was him and Luke, the retro carded Luke also.
I don't know about I'm talking about when he originally Black Series got released in the box. It wasn't on a retro card. He was very sought after.
Yes, I know.
Him, Boba Fett.
Dude, I went. Dude, I traveled to like 1,000,001 Walgreens when they in the Facebook groups they reported that they were hitting Walgreens, and
yeah,
like I found them like no problem.
Yeah, which is funny because both Slave Leia and Darth Maul, the one with the removable cloak and head thing, those both were like serious peg warmers by me.
Until, well, with Leia, it was a peg warmer till the Save Room for Jesus crowd.
Yep.
Got her banned.
It was a dad in Chicago who made the big fuss and said, "I can't believe you're selling a toy of Princess Leia like in this kind of outfit, calling it Slave Leia."
I'm like, motherfucker, you probably fucking jerked off to that shit back in the days when you was a kid. So shut the fuck up. Like, guys like that, I'd like to slap the hypocritical shit out of them.
Exactly.
These are the same guys that go to the fucking strip clubs and fucking tip Tiffany.
Well, it's also why I will, and because of that asshole, that's why I'll never get a retro collection version of Slave Leia if they ever give us more of these figures. Again, this is a line that is easy to collect. It's fun to collect, and they can fill in a lot of holes, but they keep releasing a lot of the same shit, and it's sporadic. They do it to themselves.
Listen, I agree with you, buddy.
There is like 50 different Jabba's Denzian characters that a lot of people would love to get. Same with the Cantina, and yet they don't release them. We get another Leia, we get another Luke, we get another Han.
So, out of these three figures, which one do you guys like most? Like, I would say that the Empire Strikes Back one, only because he has a wired cape.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to go with one, it would be Empire with the cloth cape or the wired cape.
So like,
I personally love the one that's the version with the what the hell is it? Why can't my brain work today? I personally love the one with the removable helmet, but the helmet is too big and it does look awkward. But
it's not even the awkward look of it. I'm fine with the awkward look. It's the motherfucker doesn't want to stay on.
Yeah, I mean, mine doesn't really have that problem, so I don't really have that same experience. I don't know. Maybe the shills would say that it stays on for them too. I don't know. But no one, really? No one? No, but I mean, I would love to see them. Huh?
I said, okay, Shilly McShillins.
No, I mean, I would love to see them redo that version with maybe like, the scan technology and stuff now, since that
Yep.
one did come out before they started using the scan technology, and maybe just make it an alternate head.
Yeah. I mean, I would love for them to do like what they did with Bespin. They would do it like a throne scene with him and Luke for Return of the Jedi.
Sure.
They could do the removable helmet, but kind of like proportion it better and find a way to make it. Or what they could also do is give us alternate heads. But
that's what I was saying. That's what I just said. Give us alternate heads.
Yeah, I'm like
with updated technology. All right. Did Danny want to go in on something with this too, or was this just a Kadri thing?
This is just a Kadri thing.
Okay. So, yeah. Did you say which one you like best, Danny?
Out of the three, yeah, it still was the Empire Strikes Back Bespin.
Okay. Makes sense. So we all agree.
Yeah.
There you go. See, that's why I worry about showing people my collection too, is that they're going to be like, that Vader is the wrong one. You have the Empire one in your Star Wars collection, and your Star Wars one is in your Return of the Jedi collection.
Oh, God.
And they would definitely say it just like that, and they would point it out. And
actually,
like, then I would do my Kadri and be like, oh, yeah? Well, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself. I'm Mr. W. I'm always right.
I got my lube, and I'm all ready to tell you how wrong you are. Look at him. He's trying not to laugh, but he knows he loves it.
And you guys are forgetting to say cocksucker.
What are you talking about? That is exactly how you sound. I don't need your help telling me how you sound.
Yeah.
No, quiet. Silence after that, please.
Exactly.
Okay, how about go fuck yourselves? How about that one?
All right, then I'm going to go fuck myself. And on that note, we'd like to thank our sponsor...
Turbo Toys.
Turbo Toys. I'd like to thank them for their continued sponsorship. And they are located in beautiful Prospect Heights, Illinois, in the northern suburbs of Chicago. Make sure to go and check them out. Check them out on Instagram at Turbo Toys with a Z, not an S, a Z at the end. And on that note, I'd like to turn it over to Danny. He's got some exciting news as well.
Oh, yes, we have a new sponsor. It's Mr. Wayne's Pop Cultures and Collectible, located in Westmont, Illinois. Go check them out. One of the best collector stores I've ever been to.
That's awesome. I was just thinking today of my first purchase from them was a Star Trek Harry Mudd figure. I couldn't figure out what it was, but I bought that and a couple Marvel Legends. But I remember distinctly buying that figure at that store because I couldn't find him on card and I needed a carded version of him. But anyway,
so
very
we're
great.
Not going to queue up any Batman references because Mr. Wayne's,
Well, I mean, you know what? When we do our episode at Mr. Wayne's, I'll let him tell the story about that. Why he's called Mr. Wayne's.
Fair enough. So, spoiler alert, there will be a future episode where Danny is coming at us live from Mr. Wayne's, our new sponsor. We thank them for sponsoring us, and
thank you very much.
What they bring to the table to help us get to the next level, even just with their own popularity, as they're a very popular store out in the what area is that? South Side, I guess.
Is it
Westmont? Westmont, is that considered south side of Chicago? I mean, it is.
I would consider more like west side of Chicago.
Is it west? You live out there. I don't.
It's over there. It's near Oak Brook. I'll tell you that much, if that helps.
Okay. Well, it's a suburb of Chicago. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
We'll let them tell us.
Area.
I don't ever go in that area. I've only gone there to see that store, and it was a nice store, and I would have gone back. It's a far away. It's a far drive for me. So.
Shout out to the owner's mother.
Yeah, she was actually there when I went there. She was covering for them. I believe I went on St. Patrick's Day, and they were doing something for St. Patrick's Day. But the mom was very sweet. They also had a lot of really cool customs and stuff there that I was very impressed by.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. I would love to go to that store more regularly. But like I said, I'm kind of a homebody. I don't go very far out of my my circle. No, it's not even comfort zone. It's just a matter of time. You guys all know, between kids and work and whatever else, it's like I don't have a lot lot of extra time. So to make that trip is a real, like, if I'm going to go, I'm going to bring like a couple $100 with me and go blow a bunch of money.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. And, shout out to Joe. He does customs over there at Mr. Wayne's, and he also fixes action figures. If something's wrong with yours, he actually fixed my Iron Spider Yamaguchi figure.
well, there you go. There you go. Sounds like a great move. No, honestly, I'm not just saying just because they sponsor us now, but I've never heard, you hear shit talk about all these different places, and a lot of times I have to defend. I've never heard shit talk about them, Quake, or Turbo Toys ever. So props to all three.
Turbo Toys.
Quake is like the they're like the old school, well-known toy store in Chicago. So, but they don't sponsor us. But I'm sure if I asked Dave, he probably still wouldn't sponsor us. So, but anyway, huge shout out to them over at Mr. Wayne's. We really appreciate you having the faith in us and allowing us to use your name in our podcast. So thank you for that. Gentlemen, as always, let's go down the line and tell them where they can find you. And if you have anything coming up that you want to throw out there, we'll start with you, Danny.
You can find me on Papa Gucci's on Instagram and on YouTube.
Very cool. Or you can find him at Mr. Wayne's shopping.
That's true. That too.
Kadri, my friend, go ahead and Kadrilorian, go ahead and tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at cocaine718. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
I would like to give you a shout out on you have definitely stepped up your photographing. You had some very nice photos that you collaborated with myself, and I'm guessing Danny was on there too. I don't know. There were so many people on there. But you did some really nice artwork. I was, and again, people would be like, oh, you're using AI, blah, blah, blah. But no, you didn't. You just used some regular Photoshop stuff. So bravo to you on stepping up your game. I was very impressed. Pictures look good. You even use shadows and everything.
Oh, would you look at that? He actually gave me a compliment on my photo photography.
Fuck off. I give you compliments all the time. No one knows the fucking, listen, no one knows the game like you, so I'm not going to fucking give you, I'm not going to give you shit. You know your shit.
Although,
anyway. I am
I
Brian, your friendly neighborhood Make Mine Marvel Legends man, and you can find me on Instagram at Make Mine Marvel Legends. You can find me at Dungeon Toy Room. You can find me on Motu Be Amazing. You can find me on Twig. You can find me on the Gen X Geeks. And quick shout out on June 6th, I will be with my co-host of my other podcast, the Gen X Geeks, Pete. I will be helping him sell at Balicon 5, and that is June 6th. We will be representing the Basement of Evil, the comic book shop that's located below Pete's Barbershop. So you can find them on Instagram at Pete's Barbershop. You can find out more info on Bella Comics or Balicon 5 under Bella Comics. On Instagram. So make sure to check those out. So look forward to seeing anybody who's interested in the area going to that. There'll be comics and toys at this thing. So, and artists and stuff like that. So make sure to check that out. And as always, we appreciate you all watching and giving us your time. We know it's valuable. So thank you. And until next time, happy hunting, and we'll catch you next week on This Week in Geek. Have a good week, y'all.
Later, guys.
Peace.
Peace.